Basketball U. If you're new to Basketball U, make sure you slam dunk that subscribe.
Earned at each stage.
Once they no longer grace the floor with their presence. Before we start this edition of Role Players, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Now today we are here to talk about
On every level, throughout a career most would describe as impossible. Pat Riley,
two-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year and NBA champion. Basketball U family, we present to you Alonzo Mourning.
Picked up by Westbrook. Pull-up jumper. It's good. 10-point lead for the Thunder.
Another fine decision by Westbrook as they gave him a cushion.
As his taller teammate, Dikembe Mutombo, established himself as starting center for Georgetown, forcing Mourning to play at power forward. After Mutombo entered the NBA draft and also being a two-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year, they made
earned at each stage on every level, throughout a career most would describe as impossible. Pat Riley, big dreams, and unparalleled his arrival in this market, fittingly aboard a ship named Imagination.
I don't know.
Of the man whose name is singularly synonymous and sports culture is forever since the beneficiary of his vision. Along the way, he molded men of character into men of consequence, bestowing upon them the honor and responsibility of becoming caretakers of the creation. How fitting this tribute. There could be no more appropriate service to honor the man whose hard-nosed and scrappy style saw him spend more time face to floor than almost any player. What better symbol to encapsulate the path paved as one of this game's greatest architects than the very floors he paced and produced champions upon for decades. A life defined by a determined pursuit of perfection has for Pat Riley always played out right here, between these four lines, on a court that he has decidedly tilted in his direction. Hard work leading to hardware, all earned on the hardwood of basketball. And while his shadow loomed large in the hollowed hallways of both the Forum and the Garden, his legacy is ingrained in the forever floors of this arena, in this town, and in the hearts of Heat fans. Behold, a place where intensity and integrity.
But following a brawl between Charlie Ward and P.J. Brown late in Game 5, multiple suspensions were handed down. Mourning scored 28 points in Game 6, followed by a 22-point, 12-rebound performance in Game 7 to help Miami advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, a franchise first, to face Chicago. The Bulls took a 3-0 series lead, and Mourning granted a victory in Game 4 as the Heat won 87-80. However, with a 187 loss in Game 5, the Heat were eliminated by the Bulls. Mourning signed a 4-year deal with the New Jersey Nets in July 2003 as a free agent. But on November 24, 2003, Mourning retired from the NBA due to complications from his kidney disease. On December 19th, he underwent a successful kidney transplant. In 2004, he started practicing with the Nets again and made the team's regular season roster during the 2004-05 season. He did not play a significant role with the Nets, however, and openly complained to the media that he wanted out of New Jersey, especially after the team traded away Kenyon Martin. Mourning was traded to the Toronto Raptors on December 17, 2004. Mourning never reported to the Raptors and was brought out of his contract at a remaining $9 million on February 11, 2005. Raptors chief official officials later said that he did not meet the medical conditions to play for the team. Mourning then finished the season with the Heat being paid a second salary, the 1996 NBA All-Star Game, and was joined by All-Star point guard Tim Hardaway, who arrived through a mid-season trade. In July 1996, Mourning signed a 7-year, $105 million contract with the Heat. In the 1996-97 season, the Heat would go on to win a then franchise record of 61 games, finishing second in the Eastern Conference behind the defending champions. Miami defeated the Orlando Magic in 5 games and advanced to the conference finals against the Knicks, where the rivalry between the Heat and the New York Knicks intensified. The Knicks took a 3-1 series regular season, ranking 3rd in block shots at 2.66 per game, despite only playing 20 minutes per contest. Miami swept the Nets in the first round of the playoffs, with Mourning recording 21 points and 9 rebounds in just 16 minutes in Game 2. In the second round against the Washington Wizards, Mourning stepped in for the injured O'Neal and scored 14 points with 13 rebounds and blocked 4 shots in Game 3 as Miami completed another 4-game sweep. Miami fell in 7 games to the defending champions, the Detroit Pistons. Winning the championship, Mourning announced that he would return to the Heat in the 2006-07 season to defend their title, despite receiving offers of more money from other teams, including the San Antonio Spurs. In 2007, Mourning announced that he would return for 1 more year with the Heat in his 15th season. "It would definitely be my last year," Mourning said. After starting the season with a solid note, averaging 6 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 1.75 blocks in just over 16 minutes played for 24 games, Mourning tore his patellar tendon in his right knee on December 19, 2007, during the first quarter of the 117-111 overtime loss to the Atlanta Hawks. During the 2007-08 season, he became the Heat's all-time leader in points scored, which has since then surpassed by Dwayne Wade. Mourning announced his retirement from the NBA on January 22, 2009. In his press conference, he said, "At 38, I feel like I have physically done all I can for this game." 1 month later, the Heat announced that they will retire Mourning's number 33 jersey, making him the first Heat player to be so honored. The jersey retirement ceremony occurred on March 30, 2009, when the Heat hosted the Orlando Magic. During the extended halftime ceremony, Mourning was introduced by Florida Governor Charlie Crist, former Georgetown University basketball coach John Thompson, Basketball Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing, Heat players Dwayne Wade and Udonis Haslem, and Heat head coach Pat Riley. In May 2009, he was named to the Hampton Roads Sports Hall of Fame, which honors athletes, coaches, and administrators who contributed to sports in southeastern Virginia. In the following April, he was inducted to the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame in recognition of his outstanding high school, collegiate, and professional career, as well as his commitment to volunteer service in the community in which he has lived and worked throughout his life. Mourning announced his return to the Heat in late June 2009. He holds the position of Vice President of Player Programs and Development, which covers community outreach and mentoring young players. Mourning played in a basketball game for Barack Obama's 50th birthday at the basketball court at the White House in 2011. In addition to Mourning, the game features Shane Battier, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Maya Moore, Joakim Noah, Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, and Obama's friends from high school, Kobe Bryant and Bill Russell respectively.
Than the very floors he paced and produced champions upon for decades. A life defined by a determined pursuit of perfection, these 4 lives, on a court that he has decidedly tilted in his direction. Hard work leading to hardware, all earned on the hardwood of basketball. And while his shadow loomed large in the hollowed hallways of both the Forum in the world of sports.